Hello, nice to see you all again in the Kadhe Galata storytelling channel. Yes, that's a new name I have given for the channel, Kadhe Galata. Happy to see that some of you have posted your favorite story among the stories of northeastern part of India. Thanks a lot. As I told you earlier, this time we will go and explore the western side of India, and I thought of covering the states Rajasthan, Gujarat and Maharashtra, and also Madhya Pradesh, which is at the center. And to start with, let us go and explore Gujarat. Gujarat lies on the western coast on Arabian Sea. It draws its name from Gujarat, who ruled during the 8th and 9th century. I am sure you all know that Porbandar, which is in Gujarat, is the birthplace of the father of our nation, Mahatma Gandhi ji. The important city in Gujarat is Ahmedabad, which is on the bank of Sabarmati river, although the capital of Gujarat is Gandhinagar. The world's largest salt desert, Rann of Kutch, is located mainly in Gujarat and in some parts of Sindh, which is in Pakistan. One interesting fact which I thought you might have not heard about is India's dinosaur park is located in Gujarat. In the early 1980s, about 100 kilometers from Gandhinagar, in a village, geologists stumbled upon dinosaur bones and fossils when they were doing their regular survey on the area. They found dinosaur egg hatcheries and also bones of about 13 species of dinosaurs. So, when you visit Gujarat, you make sure to go to this place. You will love it. Coming to dance and music, it is well known for its rich cultural heritage, especially the dances Dandiya and Garba. So these are some facts about the place. Now we will go to the story. Days long past when the land was ruled by kings. There lived a proud father who had a loving and caring son. His name was Bhim. Bhim was not only loving and caring, but he was very wise. And he was very positive about everything. Never in his life he brooded for anything. He was always ready with a solution for all the problems. Not only for his problems, but for everybody's problem in the village. So everybody in the village would come and seek his help if they have got any problem. The moment they see his positivity, they would feel that all their problems had just vanished. That was the power of the boy. Days later, Bhim's father suddenly died, and the responsibility of supporting the family rested on Bhim, as his mother was also quite sick. Bhim didn't really know how to earn a living. One day he was just thinking about it, and he was going to the market. Market is a place where sellers from different places they come and they sell their product. Something like a Sandai, which we call in Tamil. So the marketplace was bustling with a lot of energy. The sellers were just shouting at the top of their voices, calling out to buy their products. So Bhim entered the market. On one side, he saw a man shouting, "Choka kardi, choka kardi, choka kardi." Choka means rice in Gujarati and kardi means buy. Fine and big rice for sale, choka kardi. On the other side, he saw a woman selling beautiful flowers. Fulo kardi, manoram fulo, lovely flowers for sale, fulo kardi. So he saw many sellers shouting at the top of their voices, calling out to buy their products. Bhim was observing all this and suddenly he thought, why not I sell something in the market? Something which I have, something the people need, and something for which I don't need to put any money, for which I don't need any kind of investment. And do you know what he thought of selling? He thought of selling wisdom. What is wisdom? Wisdom is the ability to take wise and smart decision using your knowledge. It is the ability to use your knowledge correctly and smartly. So Bhim thought, I'm good at that. I'll be able to help people. At the same time, I'll be able to earn my living. So the next day, he put a stall in the market and over his shop, he put a board and he wrote on that, wisdom for sale. Initially, it didn't attract many buyers because many didn't know what Beam was trying to sell. But Beam didn't get discouraged. Every day he just called out, wisdom for sale, all types, all kinds, all your problems would just vanish. Buy wisdom, be happy. So he was just calling this out every day. One fine day, an young man who was going through the market, he heard it, and when he heard these words, he remembered what his father used to tell him every day. My dear son, please think wise and be wise. Knowledge without wisdom is useless. So this young boy, he remembered his father's words and immediately he went to Beam's shop and told him, I want to buy all your wisdom. Beam said, you can't do it. I will give you a good piece of wisdom for a good price. You can take it. Beam took a paper, wrote some words on that and gave it to the young boy and told him, keep this carefully and follow this. So the young boy was very happy. He took his wisdom and went to his home and told his parents proudly, see what I've got. I've got wisdom. When his mother saw those words, she shouted, what nonsense is this? His father grabbed the paper and he read those words aloud. Do you know what was written on the paper? The words were, don't stand and watch two people fight. The father shouted, you paid money for this? You fool, you have been cheated. Return this and bring back the money. The boy didn't have any other choice, so he went back to the market and he asked Beam for the money. Beam gave him back the money but told him, you have to return my wisdom. So he made the boy write on the paper, I will not follow the wisdom that I returned. So from today, I will stand and watch two people fight. The young boy agreed to it and he left the place. As he was going back home, poor boy, he saw two attendants fighting outside the palace. Attendants are the people who serve the royal people. So they were the attendants who were serving the two princes of the king. They were fighting over some petty issue. This young boy thought, as I have returned my wisdom, it is my duty to stand here and watch these two people fight. What a sincere boy he was, right? So he stood there and he was just watching the fight. The fight became very serious and it became physical. They started beating each other. This came to the knowledge of the king. The king immediately summoned the two attendants to the court the next day. The king also summoned the young boy who was watching all this because the young boy became the witness. The young boy went back home and told about that to his father. His father was very worried. At that time, they also received two messages from the two princes. The message was the same. It said, speak in my attendant's favor, otherwise your head will be cut. The father and the son, they were so terrified. The father didn't really know what to do. So he quickly went to the wisdom seller to ask for a solution. The wisdom seller, hearing that, he said, I'd be able to help you, but you need to pay a good price for this. Of course, the father said, because he was desperate to save his son. The wisdom seller said, you ask your son to go to the court tomorrow and ask him to act as if he had lost his memory. So in the same way, the young boy went to the court the next day and acted as if he had lost his memory, as if he had forgotten everything. So he was just blabbering something. The king heard it and he didn't really understand what the boy said, so he sent the boy away. The father and the son, they were so happy until the father realized that his son had to act as if he had forgotten as if he had forgotten everything. Always, because if the king comes to know about this, then if the king comes to know that the boy is normal, then he would be very angry. Okay. So again the father was so confused and he went back to the wisdom seller for a solution. The wisdom seller said, the best thing I think you have to do is you ask your son to go and tell the king the truth when the king is in good mood. His father initially hesitated. What if the king really gets angry? But then he agreed because he trusted Bhim's wisdom. So when the king was in good mood, the young boy went and told the king the truth. The king, hearing it, had a good laugh. He was amazed at Bhim's wisdom and he sent for Bhim. As soon as he saw Bhim, the king told Bhim, even I would like to buy some wisdom from you. Bhim was so happy. Bhim said, of course, Majesty, but wisdom is no longer cheap. It has become very costly. The king was ready to pay whatever price Bhim asked for. So Bhim gave the wisdom in writing to the king. The king looked at those words carefully and he read it. The words were, think deeply before you do anything. The king was so pleased and he engraved those words in all the places in his palace and on all the things in his palace. The king was so happy. Days passed. Suddenly the king fell sick, and this was taken as an opportunity by the prime minister who was longing to become the king. He bribed the doctor and asked the doctor to put some poison in the medicine that was to be given to the king. The doctor also agreed to it, and when the doctor gave the medicine to the king looked at the doctor's face and he saw something suspicious on the doctor's face. And he took the medicine, took the cup of the medicine to drink, and when he was about to drink the medicine, he saw those words engraved on the cup. So he put the cup down and was just pondering on the words. The doctor saw this and the doctor thought that the king had found out the truth. So he bowed and he pleaded for forgiveness. The king, who came to know about the truth, he banished the prime minister. Banished means he just sent the prime minister away from the land. He punished the doctor and of course he rewarded the wisdom seller. The wisdom seller was very happy and he was so happy and he was rich enough to give free advices to people of his village. The story of wisdom that saved the king spread across the land of Gujarat and people realized how important wisdom was. And do you also, children? Do you also realize how important wisdom is? The knowledge which you gain from facts and information is important, but more important is how you use those facts and information in your practical life, and that is wisdom. So children, think wise and be wise. Hope you like the story. And one piece of information before I end this, I'll be posting stories once in 15 days because I need to find a good story to share with you, right? So I'll be posting stories once in 15 days. So keep checking. See you.